So earlier today, you told the jury, I think that shooting at and killing ops is a way for O Block members to increase their status or rank within O Block. And I want to ask you a slightly different question. Does it work the same way, a similar way, or not at all for groups or blocks that O Block has clicked up with? Same way. In what way? You still get the respect. What do you mean by that? Shit. Let me ask it in a different way. What would happen from what you've seen or observed if anybody from THF killed someone from STL? They get glorified and praised in O Block. Why is that? I'm sorry, I did not hear that. Sir, please keep your voice up. They get glorified and praised in O Block. In O Block, you said? Yeah. And why is that? Because they killed one of their ops. An O Block op? Yeah. Have you heard of something called OTF? Yeah. What's OTF? A label. What do you mean when you say a label? The label, music label. When did you first become familiar with, or when did you first hear about OTF? About 2011, 2012, 2013 maybe? Was it a music label when you first heard about it? No. What was it when you first heard about it? I don't know what to call it. A group, I guess, a group? A gangs, because it was not just one gang that was OTF. What are the gangs that you say formed this group of gangs that are OTF? I'm sorry? What gangs? O Block, 600, Lamron, THF, basically everybody that was clicked up. And that was true before it became a record label? Yeah. Is it different now? What do you mean by that? Would you say you, as a member of O Block, are a part of OTF? Yeah. Do you make music? No. Why would you say you're part of OTF even though you don't make music? Because we clicked up with them. Mr. Sloan, what's an alley-oop? An alley-oop is when somebody gives you the location of somebody you're after, or yeah. And what do you mean by that? They give you the location of somebody you're after. They tell you like for instance, if somebody run into your enemy and he knows that's your enemy, he calls whoever and give them the address. And as a member of O Block, based on what you've seen or observed, are there any benefits to providing any alley-oop to someone? So let's just say someone who's not a part of O Block calls you as a member of O Block and says, your op is, I know where they're at. Is there any benefit to doing that? They might get paid. I'm going to show you what's already admitted in evidence. I'm going to change gears a little bit and show you what's already admitted in evidence as Government Exhibit 503. Do you recognize the person depicted in Government Exhibit 503? I do. And Your Honor, these are all actually admitted so we could publish. Yes. Who is the person depicted in Government Exhibit 503? Duck. Was he an O Block op? Yeah. How long had Duck been an O Block op? For as long as I can remember. Would you, as a member of O Block, have had an issue with Duck when he was alive? I mean, I ain't know him personally, but I guess. What do you mean when you say you guess? Yeah. I'm showing you what's submitted as Government Exhibit 558. Do you know who that is? Yeah. Who's that? Butter. And what is he to you? Op. From where? STL. Would you, back in 2020, 2021, or even now, have issues with Butter being a member of O Block? Yeah. Because he's from STL? Yeah. Showing you was submitted as Government Exhibit 568. Do you recognize anybody in this picture? Yeah. Who? Butter, Keita. Is Keita who we talked about yesterday? Yeah. Is she an op? Yeah. Where from? STL. Showing you was submitted as Government Exhibit 569. Do you recognize anybody in this picture? I do. Who? Brick. Who is Brick to you? Op. Why is Brick an op? From STL. May we unpublish, Your Honor? Yes. I want to change gears a little bit, Mr. Sloan. Earlier I asked you about having guns when you were younger. I want to ask you about 2020 and 2021. Did you observe members of O Block to have guns in 2020 and 2021? Yeah. Have you been in meetings when guns were passed out before? Yeah. How would the guns be distributed in a meeting where guns are going to be passed out? What do you mean? So how many guns are we talking about being distributed in a meeting? More than a few, but I can't give you a specific number. It will be a few of them, though. Probably like anywhere between 7, 10. When was the earliest you went to a meeting when guns were being passed out? A long time ago, about 2015, I think. After that incident you told us about in STL territory? Yeah. So, can you just walk me through, do the guns have, people claiming dibs? How was a decision being made to pass out guns in a meeting, and to who? I mean, wait, say that again? I'm sorry. I'm just trying to understand why and to whom were guns being passed out at meetings. You said to who? Yeah, the shooters. Is there anybody who disinvited or disallowed to a meeting where guns are going to be passed out? I mean, yeah. Who? The goofies. Have you ever been in a meeting when drugs were being passed out? Yeah. What was the earliest you say you've been to a meeting when drugs were being passed out? Around that same time. When was the last time you say you've been to a meeting where drugs were being passed out? About 2-3 years ago? And so, similar question. How were the decisions being made within a meeting? Like, who's getting drugs in that meeting? The people who sell drugs. And is it just like, here's some drugs? Are people buying drugs? What's happening in the meeting? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I'm trying to understand what is happening in this meeting. Are there drug sales going down? Is it if you sell drugs? Here's some drugs to sell in Parkway? Tell me what's happening in this meeting. If you sell some drugs, you get the drugs to sell in Parkway. Have you ever gotten drugs in a meeting like that? No, I haven't. You said what now? No. Have you ever sold drugs? Yeah, I have. Have you sold drugs in Parkway Gardens? No, I haven't. Where did you sell drugs? Shit, anywhere to be honest, like whoever called my phone. Did you get drugs from members of O Block to sell? No, I got my own. Why were you in a meeting when drugs were being passed out? It's all at the same time. Drugs, guns. I see. So these aren't separate meetings. If you're in a meeting, right, it's drugs and guns being distributed. Right. Have you seen people selling drugs in Parkway Gardens? Yeah. With your own eyes? Yeah. I want to ask you some questions about. Let me ask the question this way. Back in 2020 or 2021, changing gears a little bit, were there people or was there a person in Parkway Gardens collecting bond money? Yeah. For what purpose and for who? From, I guess, members of O Block bond money, commissary, stuff like that. Have you seen that happen before? Yeah. Have you contributed to that fund before? Yeah. How long has that practice been going on in O Block? As long as I can remember. In 2020 or 2021? Do you know if there was a specific person who was collecting the bond money or the commissary money? It was never just like the specific same person, but older guys. You say older guys? Older guys. I'm sorry, what was the last thing you said? I said old. It was never like specifically the same person. It was like mostly older guys. Today we talked about there being some musicians from Lamron or famous people from Lamron. Were there people from Parkway Gardens who made music? Yeah. Can you name a few examples? King Von, Boss Top, Prince J, Muwop. When was the earliest that somebody started making music in O Block that you remember? About 2011. Do you know who that was? Chief Keef. He's from O Block? Yeah. Was there some expectation that you were aware of that rappers or people who were successful were supposed to contribute to O Block once they became successful? Yeah. Do you have some understanding in terms of there being falling outs when people did not do that? Yeah. What's an example of someone where there was a falling out because they weren't contributing? I'm sorry? Can you think of an example of somebody where there was a falling out because they weren't contributing? Chief Keef, for example. What happened there? He's supposed to put up some bond money, didn't put it up, so took his chain, broken his crib, broken his house. They've been into it with him ever since. Based on what you've seen and observed, did Vaughn contribute to O Block? I'm sorry? I didn't hear you. I said, did Vaughn contribute to O Block based on what you've seen and observed? Yeah. Have you heard about an instance of Ron passing out money in O Block? Yeah. Have you seen video of it? Yeah. So I'm showing you, and it's a video, was submitted in evidence as Government Exhibit 715. Do you see a video up on your screen? Yeah. Your Honor, I'd ask to publish. This has been admitted in evidence. Yes. I'm going to play this for a couple of seconds, and then I'm going to ask you some questions about the setting. So I've paused Government Exhibit 715 at the 6-second mark. Do you recognize what this appears to depict? I'm sorry? Do you recognize where this appears to have been shot? Yeah. Where? O Block. Have you seen this video before? Yeah. I'm going to keep playing this for a little while, resuming from the 6-second mark. Pause at this 14-second mark. Do you recognize the person in this blue puffy coat? Yeah. Who's that? King Von. I'm going to resume playing the exhibit from the 14-second mark. Do you recognize anybody else who's currently depicted in this video? Yeah. Who? Muwop, BJ. And where are Muwop and BJ on the screen? BJ, red on, Muwop, white shirt. You say BJ in the red. Would you mind taking your finger and circling on the screen where you're talking about? You just made a yellow circle in the middle. Is that BJ? Yeah. Could you circle where it is you see Muwop on the screen? So you made a circle on the right side of the screen. Is that Muwop? Yeah. Do you recognize where this apartment, or rather this apartment that's depicted on the screen? I'm sorry? Does this apartment look familiar? Yeah, I do. How does it look familiar? I think I've been in there before. You said you think you've been there before? Yeah. Is this apartment in Parkway? Yeah. Whose apartment do you think you have been in before where this looks familiar? I think it's one of those females from Parkway. Do you know the person's name? I think it's Paris. I think. You said Paris? Yeah. Alright. I'm going to resume playing Exhibit 16, Exhibit 715, from the 16-second mark. Do you recognize anybody where I have Government Exhibit 715 paused at the 43-second mark? Yeah. Who? Youngin, Gleesh, C. Murder, Muwap. And would you mind just taking your finger and indicating on the screen where those people are and who we're talking about? So let's start from the beginning. Where is Youngin? So where's Gleesh? You made a circle on the left side of the screen, or like a semicircle in yellow. So you just made a circle or partial circle in the middle. Is that Gleesh? Yeah. How about C. Murder or Muwap? Right there. You just circle someone in a red cap. Who's that? C. Murder. How about Muwap? Right there. So another half circle on the right side. Person in a green hat. Is that Muwap? Yeah. I'm going to resume playing from the 43-second mark. Do you recognize any? I paused Government Exhibit 715 at the 3-minute 53-second mark. Do you recognize anybody depicted at this portion of the video? Yeah. Who? Vaughn, Louis, Boystop, Los. What were the names you said? Vaughn, Louis, Boystop, and Los. Would you please indicate on the screen who is Louis, who's Boystop, and who's Los? That's Louis, Boystop, and Los. So you made a couple of different crescent shapes in yellow, and the one in the middle is Louis, the one on the far left is Boystop, and the one in between those two is Los? Yeah. Is that the same Los we were talking about earlier? Yeah. I'm going to resume playing Government Exhibit 715 from the 3-minute 53-second mark. So I've paused Government Exhibit 715 at the 4-minute 27-second mark. Do you know what parking lot this is? The first part. You said the first part? Yeah. This is Parkway Gardens? Yeah. Alright. I'm going to resume playing Government Exhibit 715 from the 4-minute 27-second mark. Do you recognize anybody? I've got Government Exhibit 715 paused at the 4-minute 40-second mark. Do you recognize anybody at this portion of the video? Yeah. Who? Boystop, Zell, DQ, C Thing. Which one is C Thing? Right there. You've made a circle on the kind of middle right portion of the screen in yellow. Is that C Thing? Yeah. Maybe unpublished for a moment, Your Honor? Yes. Does it look like the person you identified as Vaughn in Government Exhibit 715 had some sort of jewelry? Did you see that? Yeah. Have you seen O Block members wearing necklaces before? Yeah. So I'm going to show you a couple of pictures. This is Government Exhibit 4001, which is admitted in evidence. Government Exhibit 4006, Government Exhibit 4007, and Government Exhibit 9009. So coming back to Government Exhibit 4001, have you seen members of O Block wearing necklaces like the ones that are depicted in Government Exhibit 4001 before? Yeah. Who have you seen wearing necklaces like this? Vaughn, Muwap, C. Murder, DQ, just to name a few. You said Vaughn, Muwap, C. Murder, and DQ? Yeah. I'm showing you again what's marked as Government Exhibit 4006. Have you seen what's depicted in Government Exhibit 4006 before? Yeah. What is that? The back of Vaughn's chain. Vaughn's O Block chain? Yeah. How about 4007? Have you seen the back of this before? Yeah. What is it? the back of Muwap's chain? How about Exhibit 9003? Have you seen what's depicted in 9003 before? Yeah. What is that? The back of C murder chain. Your Honor, at this time I move to admit government exhibits 4006, 4007, and 9003 into evidence. Third minute. Permission to publish? Yes. So I'm showing you has been admitted as 4001, 1. And I think you said that these were necklaces like the ones you've seen. I'm going to ask you about 4006, which I'm showing you now. Do you recognize any of the names on the left of government exhibit 4006? Yeah. What are some of the names that you recognize or are familiar with? Big A, T-Roy, Sherrod, Dizzle, J Money, White, Platoon. Who are these people? Dead guys from O Block. And is Wick City what you were telling us about yesterday? Yeah. Is that another name for O Block? Yeah. Do you know someone named Chino? Yeah. Do you know someone named Hack? Yeah. Who are Hack and Chino? Hack is T-Roy's brother. Chino is BJ brother. BJ, the guy who was in the red hat that we were just talking about in that video? Yeah. I'm showing you what's submitted as government exhibit 4007. Do you know someone named Muwap? Yeah. Do you know someone named Chino? Yeah. Who's Chino? BJ's brother. Whose brother? BJ. Do you know someone named HK? Yeah. Who is HK? That's Hack, T-Roy brother. So, a different name from Hack? Yeah. Do you know what HK stands for? I don't. Do you know someone named Jado? Yeah. Who's Jado? A guy from O Block that died. How about Troy? Yeah. Who's Troy? Another guy from O Block that died. Is that T-Roy? Yeah, that's T-Roy. I'm showing you what's submitted as government exhibit 9003. Do you know someone named C Murder? Yeah. Do you know someone named Sherrod? Yeah. Do you know when Sherrod died? Well, I didn't know exactly when, but it's saying 2012. Your Honor, can we have a sidebar?